it's starting to look like it's Liverpool's Premier League title to lose again. And they just done excellent recruitment in the transfer window, and everything looks like it's shaping up. And again, there's Isak, who might also be joining Liverpool before the end of the transfer window. So yes, it's looking all positive for Liverpool. But then there's Arsenal, who have also gone 3 seasons finishing second place in the league, and Mikel Arteta is under a lot of pressure. So this looks like it's that season where everything is coming together for them as well. They've got, the striker they've always wanted. They've reinforced also and made the team a bit deep, and they're ready to go. Now there's also Chelsea, who look like they've been underdogs for the last couple of years, but they've just won the Club World Cup and they're starting to gel. They've bought good players and everything looks like it's adding up. And then there's Pep Guardiola and Manchester City, who have been rebuilding their squad in the last 2 years, and this season looks like it's another one where Guardiola wants to prove a point and prove to all the Premier League managers that he's still the boss in town. Welcome to 2025-2026 Premier League title predictions, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and let's jump right into it. Now, the way we're going to do this is we're going to predict the 3 teams that will relegate first. There's really not much you can do about teams that fall between 17th and 11th, so we're not going to really say so much about that, because lots of things really move so quickly, through the season, and even up to the very last day. People can fall from 2nd to 14th and all of that, 12th to 14th and stuff like that. So we're going to really not focus on that. We'll predict the 3 relegation teams that will relegate at the end of the year, at the end of the season next year. And then we'll do the top 10 teams. So stay right to the end and let's get into it. Now, looking at what has happened so far. By the way, the Premier League transfer window is not yet complete, so anything can happen. We still have about 2 weeks to the end of the transfer window. So this is as of mid-August. And what is clear is that the 3 teams that appear to be the weakest at this very moment are Burnley, West Ham, and Wolves, in no particular order. They appear to be the 3 teams that at the end, come May 2026, will be relegating to the Championship. Now, in 10th place, again, between position 7th and 10, it will still be in no particular order, but I'm still going to give you what I consider to be the teams that will finish in 10th, 9th, 8th, and 7th. So what I have in 10th is Nottingham Forest. 9th is Brighton. 8th is Newcastle. 7th is Aston Villa. And then we get into the very interesting parts of the predictions. Number 6 is Manchester United. Why Manchester United? They are coming from a very bad place last season. They started to spend the right money. They started to ship out the wrong players and getting the right ones. But they still have a long way to go when it comes to building a solid, balanced team that can go the entire season and fight for top 4 especially. So I have them in 6th. They've got really good strikers now, but there's still a lot that need to happen in the defense and in the midfield for them to be considered, top 4 or even top 5 places. Now, the good news for Manchester United is that regardless of, even if they finish 6th, Premier League teams are starting to do very well, and it looks like Premier League teams are going to retain 5 Champions League spots, because you have the likes of Chelsea, Manchester City, Arsenal, Newcastle, Liverpool, and even Spurs playing Champions League this year. And there's a good chance that most of these teams will go very far in Champions League. So the Premier League is likely going to retain, up to 5 or even possibly 6 spots for the next year. So there's a chance that even if Manchester United finish 6th, they may at least, even if they don't go to the Champions League, they will definitely get the Europa League. So that's the prediction for 6th place. Now, in 5th position, we have Spurs. Now, Spurs have done a good job of recruiting. They've lost Son, who has gone to the MLS. But they've got some good players now, and it looks like they will likely get Eberechi Eze, and they're going to be solid going into the season. So I have them in 5th place. So, and the way, like I said, the Premier League is starting to look like they have a good chance of qualifying for Champions League, even in 5th place. Now let's get to the fun part. 4th position. 4th position, I have Chelsea. Now, Chelsea, because they are solid. They are going to play in Europe. They have a deep squad, and they still have a lot of players to sign and also to sell. They have a decent striker. They have decent strikers. Very, really deep squad. They're going to be able to churn out a solid 11 for every competition. But whether they are refined enough to win the Premier League title, I would say not yet. But I think that even in the Champions League, they're going to do very well. And I have them in 4th place. 3rd position, that was really, really difficult to pick. But I will go for Manchester City for 3rd position. They are solid, they are refined. There's Pep Guardiola, who is always a very, very goal-driven coach. He wants to win. He always wants to win, and this looks like it could be his season to even, win the league. But I have him in third because I feel like the other two teams are yet to mention are more hungry in terms of the desire to win. Like for example, Arsenal and Liverpool have Liverpool just won the league, and the way they are going in the transfer window, they look like they want to continue to compete for the title. Now, second place, I have Liverpool in second place. Why? Simply because the transfer window is not yet over. They look like they have a good chance of getting Alexander Isak. If they do get Alexander Isak, they become favorites to win the title. But if they don't get Alexander Isak, they are likely to finish second. The way the current Liverpool team is, they are solid. They can even win the title with this team. But I think that Arsenal's hunger and Arsenal's desire and the fact that they've not won it in a long time will make them prioritize the league over everything else and want to push to win the title. Arsenal have done good recruitment. Their strikers are better. They are balanced in the defense and in the midfield. And if they don't get a lot of injuries, I predict Arsenal winning the Premier League title come May 2026. So that's the prediction. You never know what happens between now and the end of the transfer window. And as we start to see, Arsenal, of course, have tough games. First 5 or 6 games are really tough. So there's a lot to wait to see. But there you have it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Who do you have winning the title? Which teams do you have relegating? Which teams do you have qualifying for Europe, Champions League, Europa League, and the Conference League? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.